It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see the Broncos create a...
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. You look at this Raiders defense. Right now, they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that it's a...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the right sideline. He's on his way. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Done good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He gets this to Davante Adams. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, these 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
10 cycles. Max, red. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'd give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. And they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains gains that one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically, Charles, this running game.
And it all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that center, guards, tackles, tight ends, some of the wide receivers being involved, maybe a lead runner at times, maybe a fullback. But all in all, those X's and O's on the grease board that look so nice, that turns into a jumble in real life. And these guys have to know what to do on the run, on the move. They've done it well for them all year long.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Done good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. From his end zone, here's Renfro. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Down. Hey, check mega.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready, set. Ultra, ultra. Ready, ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And that one opened up for him well, as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Ready?
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Ready?
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Check, smash. Set, huh?
They'll try and run with a fullback, Johnson. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Well, they needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
Ready.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Adams.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Divine Diablo. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 101 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! Davante Adams with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return, Tremont Smith.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
This will be caught. Judy.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Adams. That's going to be, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire. And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it. I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Randy Gregory.
He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Gonna look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So we have come to halftime, and what's already
only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He finds his man complete. It's Kramer. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. Dances by at the 20. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it'll be a loss of 10 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for long yardage?
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll man managed to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover him.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And it's fielded at the 34. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. Wouldn't we clip out the box score? Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season, and congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. There's a nice move. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Blue check. Set, hunt.
They run it with Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock.
Touchdown, Raiders! A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Raiders have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Carlson on for the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Here's Adams, throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Into space at the 45. Now he's loose down the left sideline. He's on his way.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw. Adams. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 5 at the Raiders' 9-yard line.
They give it to Williams, running right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Adams now to throw on 3rd down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that +3.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And always just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's returnable now for Smith. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And a loose football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is. This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
I should have served the other one, but he right back for another one. Quarter on a quarter, how you double up right off the bus. Soon as he touch down, run the money up. One-on-one. Water, a little vinegar mix, it's tough enough to take another. Still plenty room, you get money with my run, been nothing but a stun. I done upped a bunch of them. This what got them ducking me. They don't come out the house like a punishment. The ones they jumping me. 4-5 years and they work is numbing me. Too forever to she won't rushing me. Ask anybody what's up with me. Rolling but off. Been up a week.
Yeah. Run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted, want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. that. Shit, watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking on, cut the flight. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. Get the right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the rounds. Run it back when I told the rhyme. I'll be back, make another ride. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, but running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Bobby act and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feeling like a fatal heart attack. I die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that, like that, like that. Solo might be right back, right back, right back. Oh yes, like that, like that, like that. I told her I might be right back, right back, right back.
Run it back, run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that. Run it back, run it back. Told him put the money in the bag, double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack in the truck with expired tag. Pump the gas, running to the future. Past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
Run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it back, run it back, run it, run it, run it back, run it back. Run it back, I got the devil in my eye, doing guard work. I got the devil in my eye, doing guard work. I got the devil in my eye, doing guard work. I got the devil in my eye.
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tenant when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around. That's how I tease her. Been having my waist since a little. I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a f*** how close we is. You cross that line, I'm squeezing.